There's something weird going on in society right now. People can't find a job, stores are closing, inflation is high, interest rates are high. Some people are saying we're already in a recession. Let's examine what's really going on in society. And you guys need to keep your eyes open because these things affect you each and every day. I know we talk about women, how they act and how that affects your relationship status and all this stuff. But as a provider, as a man, you should be looking at these kinds of stuff because you're going to go through job fluctuations, whether you're married, single, or whatnot, whatever. And this is very important information that you should be looking into. So we got some videos today. Before we get too far into them, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video. If you guys want to support the channel, all the ways you can support are in the description below. Here we go. If you want to hit the super thanks, I appreciate it. Thank you guys in advance. Here we go.
I can't find any job, it feels like, that wants to pay me enough to live. Okay, update. I'm still unemployed. Woo! I love that. I actually hate it. I've applied to over 50 jobs, which I'm not unique. I've seen so many videos recently of people in the exact same position as I am, and they've even applied to like a million more jobs than I have. So me having applied to 50 jobs and over 50 jobs and still not having a job, like, so not unique. But that's the situation. Still can't find a job. Even though I'm applying out the wazoo, I'm using all my resources, like calling on previous employers, but whatever. I'm at a job fair today. I brought 3 copies of my resume. I'm not going to show you guys my resume or any of that, but resume and transcripts from both undergrad and grad school. So wish me luck. I can't find any job, it feels like, that wants to pay me enough to live. Okay, update.
So I keep seeing these videos on the internet basically saying that, you know, people can't find the jobs. You know, I read recently somebody had sent over 1,000 applications and they still can't find a job. Now, granted, some of these people might be over exaggerating, but the amount of quality jobs that are going to pay you a good enough salary for you to survive on a day-to-day basis probably aren't there. Like the pencil pushing jobs, the data entry jobs, they're the first ones to go. I mean, if you're in tech right now, I mean, those tech jobs are getting taken left and right, left and right. So as a man, you might go the blue collar route. Blue collar route is going to be needed worldwide. You can take those blue collar route skills anywhere in the world and you'll be okay. So let's get into some more information to see what's going on and what's the problem is. Here we get a little political, but relax, guys.
Bidenomics. Is it working? The new March jobs report just launched. 303,000 new jobs in March, 15 million new jobs since he took office, according to the president. Let's look closer at those numbers. The government added 71,000 jobs. The federal government is getting even bigger. We discussed this before. Need the border open to create federal programs to process, service, house, and feed the illegal migrants. Manufacturing added 0 jobs. Part-time jobs increased by 691,000. Almost every new job is someone getting a second or third job to help ends meet, or worse, being forced out of retirement. And full-time jobs actually decreased by 6,000. To top it off, U.S. citizens have lost 1.8 million jobs in the last 6 months, while Bidenomics has created 5 million jobs for illegal migrants, 5 million jobs to people who come here illegally. Let them in, pump the jobs numbers, while real Americans are getting screwed. So how is Bidenomics working? It's so bad that Joe Biden doesn't even use the phrase anymore. It's supposed to be Joe's catchphrase that is linked to his presidency forever, like Obamacare. Bidenomics is so unpopular that he doesn't actually even use the phrase anymore. It's so bad that he's actually only used the phrase 3 times in 2024, twice in February and once last month at his propaganda of the union speech. 15 million new jobs, 5 million for illegal migrants, and 10 million part-time and government jobs. So let me ask you, how's Bidenomics working out? Bidenomics.
So if you guys don't understand this, I read a book recently on how to lie with statistics, and it's very easy for you, or it's very easy for somebody to overinflate the data to make it seem like that things are increasing or things are getting better. So when you hear these numbers on the first go, you're like, you know what, added 15 million jobs, that's a great thing. But in my real life, I'm like, okay, if they're adding so many jobs, why is it so hard for people to get jobs? And then he just breaks it down even further. Okay, the illegal migrants are getting 5 million. They're getting a third of the jobs. The federal government is creating jobs. And then the rest are just part-time jobs. Because I keep hearing that as well, too. People are working 2-3 jobs, working Uber, Lyft, just to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? So with the cost of living and everything so high now that one job probably just isn't going to cut it, depending on what that job is. So it's rough out here, guys. You're going to have to find a way to make it work. Now, let's get into all the stores that are closing, because this isn't a joke. These are all the stores that are closing. And let's not even, this is just the mainstream companies that are doing this. We ain't even got to the mom and pop stores. Let me go back.
Part 2. 7-Eleven is planning to close 150 locations due to economic pressures. Those are closing 51 of their locations due to underperformance. Radio Shack is closing over 1,000 locations, leaving only about 400 left. Sam's Club is closing 63 locations by the end of the year. Target is closing 9 locations across the U.S. due to theft. Gap is closing 350 of its 400 locations by the end of the year. Macy's plans to close 50 stores by the end of the year and 150 more by 2026. Forever 21 plans to close 111 locations. Toys R Us is closing 200 locations in 2024. Sears are closing 20 more locations, leaving only 11 left. JCPenney's is closing 154 locations by the end of 2024. GNC is closing 900 of their 2,200 locations. Claire's is closing 130 locations in 2024. PacSun is closing 100 locations, leaving only 225 left. So sad seeing all our childhood stores disappear.
He got that right, guys. Like, all of our childhood stores that we grew up on are no longer here anymore. And that's just remnants of where our society is going. As things go on, you have to adapt to the times. And if you're not adapting to the times, you will go extinct. You will not thrive in business. Things are changing. So very sad to see. Hopefully you guys are paying attention to this and finding a different way, different ways, or looking more into tech jobs, or maybe even looking more into YouTube or whatnot to get into. But it's crazy times. drastic times calls for drastic measures. You got to do what you got to do to put food on the table, take care of your family, take care of yourself. If anything, we talk about doing this stuff for women, but to be truthfully honest, guys, you should want a quality life for yourself as well. So that's that. Hopefully you guys are doing what you need to be doing, staying focused on first things first, following the money, see where things are going. I try to help you guys with these kind of videos, kind of just to get you guys going in your own lives. But at the end of the day, it's all I can do. Hopefully when you guys are at home by yourselves or with your family, you're talking about these economic things and how to come up with solutions and all this kinds of stuff. So I didn't want to make this video too long. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.